right, we are back. We're back in the storyteller seat. We have Walking Tall by Dave B. This was his Boffin script. We ran it before. I had a lot of fun with it. I think this is one where I ran Boffin High Priestess. Hello again, Nicken. Thank you for running that game again. I enjoyed it. Heretic's a little bit of a divisive character, but you know, such as it is. Oh, I have an extra blank seat that I need to take out. There we go. There we go. All right, so it looks like we're going to have 13 players plus a traveler. Nina will be our bureaucrat. I haven't really thought about what I'm putting in. I was thinking about probably doing an imp game. I think maybe we could do a harpy. Yeah, glad you enjoyed watching it. Maybe a harpy. Maybe like harpy wizard witch. Boffin, please. We might do a boffin. I was thinking about not doing boffin, but we do boffin. Well, I want to think about what we want to do with the boffin. Harpy boffin. I think maybe we'll do witch. I might throw in a high priestess, so I'll have no outsiders, which is fine. Thinking about not doing a poppy girl, but maybe do a farmer. Maybe we'll do like a boffin night watchman. We'll see. Maybe let's throw in an oracle, a balloonist. Do balloonist, we could have an outsider, I guess. Let's see what maybe balloonist zealot. I like Shugenja. We got maybe a washwoman. Got what, a couple more characters. A lot of info in this town. I want to lay some good bluffs open too, though. Maybe we'll do general. And maybe we'll do virgin too. We'll do our bluffs probably like empath, fortune teller, dreamer. And I think we're going to make our traveler good just because traveler should normally be good. And I've had a few evil travelers lately. And I don't think there's really a setup that necessitates an evil player join. I mean, you know, it's a lot going on both sides, but... Alright, I think that's fine. Let's pass out these characters. Blake is our boffin, Lewis our harpy, Lynn is a witch, Madar is the imp. Well, it's funny because the last time I ran the script, Matthew was the demon and had the boffin high priestess ability. So I liked how it played out quite a bit. Okay, so we need a washerwoman. Who can a washerwoman see? Washwoman could see... Maybe an oracle's not too bad. Or maybe a general. Yeah, let's do. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Let's do general. I think it's an interesting one to show. We'll do general, and then, I don't know. On the other side, we'll do. Let's throw. I don't know. Let's throw Lewis on the other side. Balloons to see somebody. We'll kind of decide that here in a bit. I think. Zealot, Virgin, High Priestess. We'll show Matthew somebody. All right. And our bluffs. So Empath, Fortune Teller, Dreamer. The Night Watchman's going to kind of be a thing too. Yeah, I think we're good to go. All right. All right, town. You should have your characters. I just want to go over a couple things real quick. There is madness on the script. Harpy is on the script, and I believe that is the only madness. Do you want to reiterate that madness is trying to convince the town that the group is that something is true? Now, of course, this for Harpy, it's a little different than Sarah Novus, but you should be trying to convince the entire town and not just tell one or two people. So take that as you will. What else I wanted to mention? I was looking through the script. High Priestess. The High Priestess is each night learn which player the storyteller believes you should talk to the most. The High Priestess is not each night learn a player who got good information. I only mention this because so many, I think every single time I've run the High Priestess, somebody says, oh, I don't know why I would learn so-and-so. I must be drunk or poisoned, even though I had a perfectly good reason for showing them that character. So, yes, drunkenness and poison can be a thing. Just keep in mind that if I'm showing you a player, and assuming you are sober and healthy, I am showing that player for a reason. Other than that, I think that's all I wanted to go. Oh, the other thing I wanted to go over, General. I am running General as 3-star General. So it's either good's winning, evil's winning, or neutral. I'm not doing 5-star anymore. So if you're the general, or if you want to bluff as general, that is what you should be doing. Any questions? All right. Good night. Good luck. So we'll start with Nina, our bureaucrat. We'll let her know that you are good, and then to make a choice. Boffin, let's see. Wake the Boffin the demons, show the nut. Yeah, so let's just do so we'll wake, oops. So wake Blake, and then we also wake Mad R and say, this character selected you, Boffin, just to make it clear. And then we're going to say Night Watchman. Oh, well, good's not really a choice, but all right. So now we will wake our minions. Like Len Lewis, say these are your minions. So this is the demon. Nina's choosing Naomi. Where they are there, so they'll have 3 votes. We'll wake up our demon. These are your minions. Well, I don't need to tell him this is a demon. He knows who the demon is. These characters are not in play. Alright, Len can make a choice. Lewis can make a choice. Len's Witch Cursing Jinn, which makes sense. Lewis making Joe mad that Len is evil. 3 zealot votes. Oh yeah, Naomi is a zealot. That's hilarious.
Here we are again. Night 1.
So Joe, this character collected you Harpy.
Blood on the clock tower player.
Actually, let me put down these tokens so
I can scream really loudly if you want.
No.
Pick the Lynn. Yeah.
We're all just kind of quiet again.
Yep.
Got this character selected you.
Song then, Steve.
Harpy, and then
It's lovely bobbing
Lynn.
along, bobbing along.
On the bottom of the beautiful briny sea.
Alright, looking
Yes, I
at
know,
Jin.
bedknobs and broomsticks.
What a chance to get to
Pointing
Need
at
Brody for this.
Manny, and we're pointing at.
And
No, we're
creatures
just
are...
already doing the backing music.
Actually, let me undo that. Show Lewis, show Manny, and we're showing General. Balloonist. Who do we want the balloonist to see? If Jin nominates the Virgin, I will just say that they're executed and dies. I think technically you can say that they're dead and then they are executed, but that just kind of confirms the witch for like unnecessarily. So, yeah. Balloonist. Let's throw it on a let's throw it on a demon right away. Why not? Shugenja is going to learn anti-clockwise. So that is the closest evil player. Let's go ahead and ask Wake Up Madar and do his Night Watchman. And we're, to make it clear, we want to say Night Watchman, use your ability. And then I think I want to show Jeremy to Matthew. Okay, well, tell me who it is. Madar is choosing Robert. Fantastic. So let's mark no ability. Robert's going to learn. This player is Madar, Night Watchman. Matthew says, "Oh God, I don't know why." All right. I generally think the game starts off neutral. And I don't think anything in particular happened tonight that makes things crazy, so I'm gonna show. I want to say neutral. All right. I think we're good to go. Oop, I don't know why I did that. All right, here we go. Good morning, town. Rise and shine. So this is Walking Tall by Dave B. You all know the drill. We do have a traveler in play. Nina is our bureaucrat. Yeah, give you all about 4 or 5 minutes.
Hello.
Hey, you did a thing.
I did do a thing. It worked? Okay, good.
It worked. You're the Night Watchman.
I am.
Or, you know, you're the demon with the Night Watchman, the boffin ability, but I don't think that's the case. I will tell you, I am this Genja. I learned
Ooh.
anti-clockwise, or however they say that. Counterclockwise, where I'm from.
So
and-
towards Joe and Blake and Nina?
Yeah, if you hear of a virgin, I would love to nominate.
I'm not crazy. You did just let me pick what I was, right?
What?
It said you are, and it didn't have anything, and then it said pick a player. I was like,
Oh, I probably accidentally cleared it out. You're good.
okay, that's what I thought. But
So what?
I was
the
like,
app,
wow, you're being so nice to me.
the app does automatically puts in the character name as well, and I'm like, I don't need them to know that they're the beer cat. They already know that.
Yeah.
So I might have accidentally cleared out both the character and the. I don't know. Whatever. But.
Naomi just came to me and told me that they were the zealot. So this is going to be an interesting day.
Indeed. All right. Good luck. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm glad I chose the right person first because it would be real awkward if you were just like, nope. I did a whole bit.
you know I would have gone along with it.
I did a whole bit. You missed it, Sam. I said last game was it 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs sideways, or 2 thumbs down. And then I said, what about this game? So, all right.
All right. Catch you later.
All right. Thanks.
There's no spy in the script, right? So
I mean, I guess maybe you're the demon with the washerwoman ability from a boffin. Maybe. Either way,
that would be a stretch.
I've told you. This is where we're going. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Thanks.
See you, Jeremy.
All right, later.
Or with the general.
Okay. I will tell you I'm either the Oracle or the Shugenja.
Oracle or Shugenja. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good then.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that if I'm the washerwoman, I saw a general.
Okay.
Yeah.
I talked to Lynn. Definitely, like with what she claimed, like I got sort of an evil vibe of her.
Okay.
But you know, it's...
You are not the name I got, unfortunately.
I'll take it.
But yeah, so that should be fun.
That's so funny. Anyway.
Well.
Yeah, you can give a good reason why you lied. Yeah.
In hiding. Yeah.
So,
So I might
you can
go
fortune teller.
I might go fortune teller. You don't know? So what's Blake? Do you know?
Blake's the boffin.
Blake's the boffin. All right. So I just
Yeah.
gotta find out what Lynn is.
Okay,
And,
cool.
good one. Yep. Cool.
Later.
All right. Sounds good. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, I know. It's like, pick a player. I don't know. I like this person. Here, click.
Yeah. Now what we need a thief to travel in so that we can give them -3.
I don't know anybody that can do that. Hey, maybe I could text Dave B. It's 10:30 at night. It's 11:30 by him. I bet he's asleep. Anyway.
He'd do it if he knew he was making a zealot -3.
But he would have to know who it is, and that's not fair. But, yeah, it would be funny, though. All right, what are you? You want to tell me anything?
I'm either the washerwoman or the general I'm either the general or the washerwoman who saw a general. That's
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thank you. Bye.
We know it's. Oh, I guess you could have added an outsider, right?
Yep.
And there could be a Fanku that adds, right? Is that the only?
Yeah, so we could have up to 2 outsiders.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I've kind of heard of one, so...
I am either the Oracle or the Snitch.
Okay. Oracle or Snitch?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Snitch. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Please don't exile me out on day 1 because I made a big boo-boo.
Oh, welcome back.
In Clock Tower.
Welcome back, town. Feel free to discuss, but nominations are open.
Jen will nominate Blake.
Jen nominates, as soon as I find him, nominates Blake. Jen has died. State your case.
Yes! It's fucking amazing.
Oh, there's a witch. Oh my god,
Oh,
this is
damn
amazing.
it! I thought we were going tonight. Oh.
Jen is dead, and you still have an accusation to make.
Well, Blake's the witch. Kill him.
I don't think it works that way, but he could be.
Blake?
Yeah, I didn't talk to Jen. I in no way asked him to nominate me. I think he maybe was just looking for a virgin. I'm not the virgin. A hard come to one player. I am good here.
All right. Majority is 7.
Is Jen just a self-cursing witch?
Not on day one.
I would never do that.
Oh.
Oh, you would, Jen. You would.
Wow.
6. It's not enough.
I don't believe Jen is the self-cursing witch.
So that's most of the room that we
Robert?
do this, right?
I'd like to nominate Naomi.
Robert nominates Naomi. State your case.
I think that this is a very good kill for town, and perhaps Naomi agrees. If they do, they can say.
Naomi, do you agree?
I consent.
I think it should be it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Majority is still 7.
Naomi has like a lot of votes. So
Yes.
I'm good.
I've-
I'm a couple 3 people. We're all good here.
I have heard the reasoning here, and it seems.
I didn't
10.
know.
We punish Naomi. Or
That's enough.
You kind of requested me one more
think
nomination.
we
for
should
water
punish
enjoyment.
either of us. It was a night one random pick.
Can somebody
Joe.
nominate me and then put all the votes on me.
I think it's kind of pointless at this point, given how many votes we have on Naomi. But just kind of wanted to put it out there that claims Lynn gave me at the beginning of the game really sussed me out quite a bit.
What?
Sussed you out? Yeah. Oh, right. Well, I felt sussy. Yeah.
They made you feel suspicious of Lynn, not that Lynn figured out who you are.
Correct.
He's getting sussy with it.
No.
Any more nominations?
I'll nominate Jen.
Madar nominates Jen.
And die.
State your case.
He wanted all the votes, so I'm gonna see if he can get all the votes.
Jen, your defense.
Yeah, I think this is a great idea. I think just because Naomi got unfortunately picked by Nina, that they shouldn't die. I've already died.
All right. Well, this is
I don't think that's a good idea.
Hard will talk check.
10 to tie, 11 to execute.
I want to share that I trust Naomi because that's the first thing that Naomi did was
I
pick
do
me
too,
and say,
but it's a fan goo game, perhaps, and
7's not
We
enough.
need to lift this off Naomi and then call someone to travel in as the thief. And then we can really do the funniest thing ever.
Everybody text AB.
That's what I said I was going to do.
All right. Counting from 10.
It's a Fangu. We want to clear out potential.
Yeah.
5.
I don't think that's.
Naomi has been executed and dies. The game continues. Good night.
I'd like to thank everyone for manifesting that.
I'm so sorry.
That
Please
token
don't
with
do this,
that
this is
combo
great.
is
Oh,
oh
goodness.
my god.
Yep. It's
Hilarious.
I love that it was mentioned and then it happened.
Oh, yeah.
That's like that.
So wait, were you actually the zealot, Naomi?
It's just like mentioning Lynn would be the Lord of Typhon line.
Yeah. I think I might have manifested that by accident.
Naomi came to me and was like, please tell me you didn't pick me. I was like, of course I picked you, Naomi. And they're like, that stinks.
All right, Lynn picked Jeremy. That's hilarious.
Oh, it makes me trust Naomi more.
Steve
Yeah,
and
I'll
Joe.
Outsider to minion real fast.
It's a good combo.
I mean, no, you should, just for no reason, you should have just claimed Goblin, even though it's not.
Yes, character selected you.
Almost did.
Harpy, player Joe.
Because that would have been funny.
Now Madar can make a choice. All right.
Well, clearly Robert's the demon because the demon doesn't want the zealot around. Pretty much figured the whole game out.
I mean, you may not be
Spot
wrong.
on, Jeremy.
I mean, you actually may not be wrong about that, but I have
Killing Steve. That's a good kill.
Jen's
Look,
got the
is-
fortune teller, yes.
I stopped listening when you said I wasn't.
Good kill.
No, I just think
Farmer's
that
unactivated
Sam
Oracle is
should
going to
jump
get
on
a 0.
Bangu script, we should kill all outsiders bandwagon. And it's not actually the.
I mean, it is a base 0 right now, so
yeah,
very good chance that actually
Chris.
is.
Now Lynn, I think he's going to claim outsider, so Lynn might be a good one to show
Healthy amount of cynicism
for Chris.
Yeah, no, I mean, what's the better thing to build trust than to kill your only jump opportunity?
All right, I don't mind dying. That's fine.
All right. High
I want to step through
Priestess.
Robert now.
Who is a good High Priestess target? Maybe Joe, because Joe was Harpy mad yesterday. Although I guess that'll come out anyway, so maybe there's not really like a lot. Maybe Jeremy would be a good one to talk. He just saw Jeremy, so. I don't know. Who's a good one to talk to?
It's probably not a Vigo game.
No.
We show Linda Matthew as well.
Oh, it is
Maybe.
possible with Balloonist.
Robert?
Yep.
I thought about Robert, but I'm afraid of showing Robert they might think that Joe's evil.
I definitely got a balloonist claim, so it could have just been a balloonist, but not taking chances.
Yeah, the balloonist might be a good one to talk to.
it's better to be on the safe side.
Yeah, let's show him. Let's show him Chris.
That
Oh yeah,
accidentally claimed zealot.
or Naomi could be the demon, and there could be a Scarlet Woman.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Well, with Balloonist,
Then General,
rules it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think Sam rules it the total, right?
I think it's still kind of neutral.
Yeah, 'cause it'd be +1, -1, so it'd be 0. if
It
you
would
did
just be
that.
0, so it can't be.
Balloonist is 0 or +1.
Yeah.
Naomi came to me immediately.
Yeah. So it can't be Vigo, period.
Yeah, I think I want to.
The only way it's Vigo
Unless-
is if
I
Naomi.
think I want to say
was,
neutral for the
demon
for the
with
general.
Scarlet Woman.
I mean,
Wait.
no.
Naomi could be the Vigo, and there could be a Scarlet Woman. And
And we'll see how this day goes.
Is
For
it
the
too-
record,
I was thinking about leaning evil, but
I mean,
I think I'm not quite there yet.
I don't believe it.
I think it could have gone either way. Yeah. All right. Good morning, town. Steve died in the night. There are 11 players alive, once a traveler. Give you about 3 or 4 minutes.
I reconsidered. Lynn's fine.
Hello.
For the Botfin drunk Jinx, the demon chooses a townsfolk, but that townsfolk then becomes the drunk.
I basically I don't know what the quote unquote correct ruling is per se. I my best understanding is that they get the drunk ability, but they are still that townsfolk. If that makes sense. So basically,
Yeah,
it's,
so for Washerwoman, they would still see them as the townsfolk, not the drunk.
yeah. And the Boffin gets to choose the townsfolk player who has the drunk ability, but the player they choose still is a townsfolk.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So they just drunk somebody, but they don't make them drunk. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think either ruling is probably fine, but I think that's the intended ruling. So Ekin seems to agree, so. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks, but if you find out why I might have gotten Chris, you could pass it along.
All right, sounds good. I just gave you a thumbs up, which I realize you can't see.
Okay.
All right, have a good one.
It's obviously not.
I will at least I'll give you a 2. I think
Okay.
I have no problem. I am either the Oracle or the Snitch.
Nice. Good luck. Bye.
Thank you.
Pushing for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, so basically, either I got poisoned or Lynn is kind of 2/3 evil.
Yeah, let's kill Lynn.
I mean, it's just yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's kill Lynn.
As
I think
punishment
that's
for the last
fine.
game as well.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That like, Chris is evil and I don't do it. It's
so-
one or both might die. Never mind.
One or both, yeah. So Sam, like, I'm sure he wouldn't overdo this, but I'm sure Sam could, like, once or twice kill the good player in the pairing if the madness isn't held up.
Potentially.
Yeah, I just thought it was both players, not one or both. So okay,
Yeah.
do what you will.
Do you want me to make? Do you want me to make you mad at Jeremy, or do you want me to make a good player mad at Jeremy?
Try and get chaos elsewhere. I think would be better.
Yeah, okay. Well, my information's kind of framing him anyway.
Like, I was sort of like, I'm almost too obvious right now with my Heartbeat Madness, but whatever. Didn't I?
You know, that's fine. I mean, good enough. All right. Cool. All right.
I will tell you, I'm either the Oracle or the Shugenja.
Okay. If you're an Oracle, what number did you get?
At a 0.
Interesting.
And
that
if I'm...
seems to be accurate.
To kill. Chris is the balloonist, apparently.
Okay.
So I don't know. I kind of want to leave Chris alive because even though he's kind of proven, but maybe that could be a Fangu. So, yeah.
All right. No, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Later.
Call everybody back.
Heard that.
No, you didn't.
I did, but I'm not saying anything.
Steve, you talked to me last conversation. I never talked to anybody. I didn't whisper to anybody. I'm sorry.
I know, and I observed, and
okay.
Welcome back.
You are not in my evil team.
Nominations are open. Steve.
Just information sharing. I have heard of a fortune teller who both nights has gotten a evil on the same person, and also a other piece of evil information pointing towards Joe.
There's also
I can't nominate her. I would.
What's the fortune teller on Joe? Steve?
Maybe
as far
he's
as you
red
know?
herring.
I mean, the information I have convinces me that Joe is evil.
What Steve is claiming, him being the red herring, is kind of outside of things for me.
I'm a bit skeptical of, like, I have no idea whether Joe's good or evil, but I'm a bit skeptical of this fortune teller.
It also could be Heartbeat Madness. So
yeah,
potentially, yeah.
I
Just
mean,
that I've heard of different
If
fortune
Steve
tellers.
if Steve has an inkling, we could always put it up for a vote. But
I also don't mind nominating if people are scared of the witch.
Robert.
I'll nominate Lynn.
Robert nominates Lynn. State your case.
So my case is I heard from a balloonist who got Naomi's name the first night, and we have every reason to believe Naomi was an outsider, and next time got Lynn. Is this the right balloonist information? Maybe it's not. I don't know, but I think it is. Got Lynn's name last night. So, I mean, Lynn could be a townsfolk under that circumstance, but 2/3 of the way could be evil.
All right, Lynn.
I am a townsfolk. If you do want eliminated world, that is fine, but I still think I can offer something good for town.
All right, majority is 6. Six is enough. Lynn's about to die.
I started talking to say, Jeremy, you do remember that you have the votes today.
I did, but Robert was so convincing, I was ready for it.
Any more
I
nominations?
think that Lynn would have been a decoy Harpy Madness target.
Could be,
I
but I'd
just-
rather. I think Jeremy is a good shout here.
Okay, I will
Lynn is-
nominate Jeremy.
Joe nominates Jeremy. State your case.
Mostly weirded out by us going after the target of my first day's Harpy Madness. And other people apparently think Jeremy's a good shout.
All right, Jeremy.
I'm a terrible shout. I'm good. My role is relatively good and relatively useful, so keeping me alive is good.
All right, 6 to tie, 7 to execute.
I want to let Jeremy decide for himself if he wants to put 3 votes on himself.
Pertinent, the fortune teller that I've spoken to has 2 yeses on Jeremy.
Oh.
3 is not enough.
Do we have a
I could
corroborating
believe
set of
Jeremy
evidence,
is red herring.
like a Shugenja or Washerwoman or anything?
Any more nominations?
So they picked Jeremy and Joe twice because there's 2 yeses on both of them. What is?
Well, I clearly have been speaking to different fortune tellers to Steve. That's all. Like, cause yeah.
Gonna count from 10.
Claim out there.
No, I trust. I mean, I definitely
5.
trust you.
If there's a boffin that brought in a drunk,
1.
I think maybe Lewis just might be demon here.
Lynn is executed and dies. Good night, everybody.
So shocking.
That kind of sucks.
That's unfortunate, but what can you do?
Ooh, who summoned Dave B?
oh.
Well, evil's gonna know each other now.
I don't know if Dave B is wanting to join or not.
Yep, it's fine.
I
Alright.
called Dave B. I didn't think he was going to listen.
Oh, have him be the thief. Oh no.
Well, I can't tell if he's actually wanting to join or not, so because he hasn't said anything.
I said, come play with us if you're awake. And then I asked him to be the thief because it would be funny.
I meant to send him a message letting him know that we're playing a script. And then forgot.
Well, there you go. Davey, I think the fates have chosen for you to be the thief.
I mean, I wasn't gonna object.
All right. The question is, do we make Dave good or evil? I think we probably make him evil. So you are evil. Oh, and then this is a demon. And make a choice. All right. While we're doing that, we're going to get have Lewis make a choice. Davey's picking Joe. Nina had picked Manny. Funny, because I plan on giving General a good today, because obviously, but you could take that just to mean that that a thief's travel, a good traveler's traveled in. All right, waiting on Lewis's choice. Make a choice. So wait. Well, maybe we can just go and get our demon kill while we're waiting. Oh, here we go. Manny mad that Robert is evil. Wait, this character selected you, Harpy, Robert. Alright. Madar is killing Matthew. It's probably a pretty good one overall. Oracle, so Oracle is now going to get a 1. So 1 for Joe. Balloonist. I think we should definitely be showing a townsfolk, so maybe we'll show Joe. And then General, I think we definitely show that Good is winning. So I think that's where we're at right now. And then, yeah, I think we're good. Good morning, town. Matthew died in the night. We do now have 2 travelers, but not including the 2 travelers. We have 8 players alive. Give me about 3 or 4 minutes.
2 days. Yeah, I'm the high priestess. I bitch.
Hello, did I wake you?
Yeah, I didn't get the name.
Oh, sorry. I meant to show you Joe.
Joe. Okay, cool.
I marked down a token, and I think I just forgot to actually send it. So, sorry about that.
Thank you.
Yep.
All of that. I'm going to share my information with you, if that's okay.
Sounds good.
All right. I am the fortune teller that I was claiming to have spoken to yesterday. And that's what weirded me about, like, I don't know, maybe Steve was half mad or something, or like, yes, because Steve was just sharing fortune teller information that was just completely not mine, and I hadn't really, told many people, and I definitely hadn't told Steve. So on night 1, I got a yes on my 2 neighbors, Lynn and Jeremy. Night 2, I checked Jeremy against Madar, and I got a yes. And night 3, just to sort of check Madar, I checked Madar against Chris, kind of going around the circle. I got a no.
Pertinent. I think Matt R got involved in some Night Watchman stuff.
Right. Yeah. He did claim that to me. Actually, claim Night Watchman. He said
But he didn't come out with any supporting information or other thing. On my Harpy Madness, I went ahead and put an evil next to him, but I'm not 100% in that world.
On Robert?
On Robert being evil, yeah.
Well, I mean, if he's telling the truth, I mean, I don't believe Joe is evil, and I know I'm not evil. So if he's telling the truth in my world, he is getting the non.
Closest would have to be Manny, or Nina actually is evil.
He's 100% good to me, absolutely.
Mhm.
So,
who'd you get?
and so I told Nina to put the 3 votes on him
Mhm.
day 1. That was where that came from.
What do you? Have you heard anything about Robert?
No, Chris was my second name.
It's either minion or demon.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey. Oh, well, never mind. I think Nina picked Manny, but I think I didn't move that token, so I just wanted to be sure.
Did you ping me?
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to double check who you picked last night.
Manny.
That's what I thought. I thought I did, but I forgot to move the token, so I just wanted to be sure before it got too late.
You're good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
100% clear to me. Jeremy is 100%.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Jeremy.
He's the demon. Which again is the same edge case that Matt R is the demon.
Yeah.
Which I would probably say I'd still rather go for either Blake, Jeremy, or Lewis over anybody else, just based
Blake,
on
Jeremy,
the
and Lewis.
interactions
Okay.
that we've had so far.
Very, very cool. All right.
Yep.
The Oracle or the Shugenja. If I'm the Oracle, I got a 1 last night, which I think would have to be Lynn.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because I feel like Jen is maybe the Shugenja, but I don't know.
Okay.
Because he was very happy when he died to what I think he thought was a virgin, and I've heard of a washerwoman somewhere else, so I think that makes sense.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go because I'm trying to get Joe killed. He's the Oracle apparently. Hopefully we
Yep,
can kill him.
that's what he's
pretty
saying to
late.
me. Joe has the negative vote today.
Okay, fine.
I'm just gonna be randomly throwing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Later.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Nominations are open. Steve.
In case anybody couldn't clock it, I was Harvey mad yesterday.
All right. Robert.
Makes sense.
I'll pass. I was going to nominate, but I'll let people do their stuff.
Matthew.
Yeah, I was high. The Nina, the reason I told you to put the votes on Jeremy that day is I'm High Priestess. I got Jeremy first. And I was pretty and I'm from what the socially and everything else, I'm 100% he's good. Full down, I think he's good. I got Chris second.
Manny.
I'd like to nominate Robert.
All right. Well, Manny nominates Robert. State your case.
I'm the Dreamer. Last night I got Robert as the General or the Scarlet Woman. General has been confirmed by a washerwoman elsewhere, so I believe Robert to be the Scarlet Woman. I also saw Lynn as the Bothan or the Farmer on night 1, and I saw Joe as the Balloonist or the Witch on night 2.
I am neither.
Robert.
Manny, your info's off. I'm Sugenja. I've told that to several people. I'm pointing the Joe Blake direction. I was going to nominate Steve the Virgin to confirm my information, but executing Naomi in a possible Fangu game kind of took precedence for me. I mean, I'm not a loss to town, but I would be most interested probably in Blake or Joe, maybe Blake today, based on some other stuff.
All right. Majority is 5.
Manny, you have the votes, by the way. I didn't get to talk to you today.
I
Yeah.
suspected.
5 is enough. Robert's about to die. Chris, did you want to say something? Chris, go ahead.
Yeah. I am the balloonist. So my first name is a confirmed townsfolk. I'm not going to reveal that one just yet. My second name was Lynn, and my third name is Joe.
I thought the first name was an outsider.
No,
I got that wrong.
Yeah, well, we're going.
We got to the same conclusion, but I realized the next morning what Chris actually told me.
Joe.
I'm going to nominate Manny.
Joe nominates Manny. State your case.
Manny did not see my real role, so I'm concerned that Manny is the drunk, and that would be the second outsider, and we probably ought to get that off the board.
All right, Manny.
I don't think we have two outsiders. It's possible I'm the Boffin drunk player.
I think that's more likely.
Okay.
Yeah, but that won't cause a jump.
Or, evil.
I know I'm not evil, and I've heard of other information that disproves me as evil. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. 5 to tie. 6 execute.
There's also a poisoner on the script, so you could be getting poisoned.
Lynn could be evil as well.
Yeah, I think Lynn's evil.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
2 votes is not enough.
I got you,
Joe.
Robert.
Neither and Dave, you can totally coordinate as neighbors as well.
We can.
I'm not going to. I'm literally just picking randomly.
Robert, go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Blake, please.
Robert nominates Blake. State your case.
So Sugenja's pointing that way. I mean, Joe's in a lot of pings, which, Joe could just be evil here. But I heard from a player who died fairly early, and I don't suspect to be evil, a couple of different demon candidates. So I'm kind of playing into that. Based on Matthew's information, I don't think Jeremy is evil, so I'm going with Blake.
All right, Blake.
Yeah, I have no idea how I'd be a demon candidate. I mean, we barely got Robert on the block with the bare minimum and a bureaucrat 3. I think he's a better kill for today. I think I'm useful to town.
All right, 5 to tie. 6 execute.
Joe, vote on this.
I'm not going to do Manny like that.
2 is still not enough.
And he had to drop her to tie.
Any more nominations? All right, count from 10. 5. Robert has been executed and dies. The game continues. Good night. All right.
Well, we can't have a witch.
See how it
Harpy,
goes.
Boffin, and
Yeah.
Scarlet Woman.
and Scarlet Woman in play. That's
Look at both Neil and Dave and have them make their choices.
One of my information is really wrong.
Look at
Yeah, I'm not
Harpy.
sure. I'm not sure we have a Harpy or a Scarlet Woman.
Well,
I
we
mean,
have
we definitely have a witch.
Definitely have a
confirmation.
Enos picking Manny, which Dave's picking
You have
Lewis.
a player who died in the night claiming.
Oh, yeah.
So
Confirmation
Harpy.
of which, and 2 of us saying Harpy Madness.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's really between the last one, which are all not really able to.
Lewis
be
mad that
100%
Jeremy is evil.
Poisoner, Scarlet Woman, Boffin. That floating Boffin is really throwing things off.
All right, I'll let him know that this character selected you, and
I think if we have a Boffin, it's a drunk,
there you go.
and I think that player might be dead.
No, I think it's you, Manny. You don't have none of your info lines up
Yeah.
on anything. So you could be evil, or you could
Killing
be
Manny?
poison
Okay.
locked, or you could be the drunk.
But there is likely an evil player between Joe and Lynn.
I
I've heard
mostly trust Joe. I will say I'm not
I've
sure
heard of-
about it.
Yeah, I have heard of an Oracle 1 after Lynn died.
All right. Farmer's still alive.
There's also a
Oracle
possibility that
still going to get a
the
1.
townsfolk who's getting cleared could have the buff.
So we got Balloonist and we got General to do.
The cleared
Balloonist, I think we
pieces that I
might
have
show
from certain townsfolk
the outsider, even though they're dead.
going to eliminate all.
It's not super useful, but
Even on Madar?
Oh no, I don't have anything on Madar. I was talking your information, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose the confirmed townsfolk could.
I don't know. I guess we could show it on Blake.
Right.
Is Madar confirmed?
Yeah, maybe that makes more
I
sense.
mean, this confirms you can get in a Boffin game.
Kind of put them at odds with each other,
Is there
Blake and
any-
Joe.
One that suspects there might be a poison.
In general, I still think
I don't think that.
good is winning, but I think we're getting close to a point where it can flip around.
Yeah, I mean, Manny's the only one that's sending out.
Oh, well, General said so. Never mind. We
throwing
don't
other
need
minions.
general
So
information
if
anyway,
Manny's
so.
just evil, then. Yeah.
So never mind.
Yeah.
I've
All
never
right.
been evil in the history of this game.
Right.
Wait, weren't you evil last game?
That checks. Checks out.
No, there was a heretic, so everything was inverted.
Okay, so yeah.
Good
Right.
morning, town. Manny died in the night. There are six players plus two two travelers alive. Give you about 3 minutes.
I was harpy mad. All my information is Butkus.
I mean, it did
Yeah.
feel like weird information, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't build any worlds around my fortune teller pings on Joe.
Harpy mad players, you know, it would be a little bit of a wink wink.
I'm the
But-
farmer, not the empath. But...
You're supposed to be confirming me. It's okay. I have a washerwoman, so it's fine.
Yeah, I thought you might. Steve's your washerwoman.
Janice.
What? What is Steve?
Steve is the virgin.
Oh, okay.
So I got a neutral after Steve died, and a neutral on night 1, which could probably be the zealot, you know, in
Mhm.
part with the
Yeah.
pure credibility. Steve
Okay.
dying without proccing is probably night 2.
It's Lewis.
I haven't been here long enough to figure out much of anything, so I'm just putting tokens down as people die.
Which makes me think that you are probably just good, but we'll see.
I mean, that's fine. I'm gonna claim it anyway, but I'm
Yep.
playing good or evil. I'm just playing chaos. I'm randomly picking people. I'll pick you tonight. You pick me.
Got it. Yep.
All right.
Yep. That's the pact that we've come to, Sam,
All
is
right.
that we're going to pick each other.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. That works.
I mean, one of you is evil, or you're both evil, and one of you is the demon. Is the way that I see it.
Well, we're definitely both not evil. So I'm fine going for Joe if you are
Yeah.
convinced your info is good, but yeah, not sure.
Okay.
All right, see ya.
Cool.
I won't. With what he's got, I trust what he is. With what he's giving, with what info he's giving me, I believe what he is.
Okay. Okay, I think it's gotta be Blake or Lewis then, unless Jen is just evil and taking
Yeah.
us down a path. But like, why would he
don't know
witch
if
curse
they-
himself?
I don't know if Steve was Vigor killed though. That's the only problem I have with.
No,
myself.
because I 100.
Dave joined would have been between Chris and Manny.
Right.
So just if it's an equidistant thing, I would assume you would point away from the demon rather than necessarily towards it. But equidistant
yeah. Well-
means that Blake and Joe would have to be good in that case.
because I checked, because like I have both a no and a yes on Chris, right? So, like that last one was a yes, but I just lost my. I was trying to go all around the circle, but I forgot that I'd already checked Chris.
But
we might have 3 evils alive. That's not good. 3 non-traveler evils alive.
You could.
Welcome back.
I'd
Nominations
be
are open.
You could.
With a bunch of travelers. I mean,
Yes.
meaning it could be evil.
I was just thinking specifically of the non-travelers.
Lewis.
Yeah. I'd like to nominate Jeremy, please.
Lewis nominates Jeremy. State your case.
Look, a couple of days ago, I was not very subtle about whether or not I was the fortune teller. I'm the fortune teller. I have 2 yeses on Jeremy. There's always that red herring world, but I think I might just be neighboring the demon here.
All right, Jeremy.
I would like to kill either Lewis or Blake today. I've been honest now, I think, with most people. You can kill me if you want to.
All right, majority is 4.
For those who don't know, I'm the general. I was harping mad yesterday that Robert was evil, hence the dreamer stuff. I got neutral.
0 is not enough.
Died.
0.
Don't know that Lewis's information lines up.
I am the
Nina, I
washerwoman
do
from
trust
Manny.
you. Would you be willing to nominate either Lewis or Blake?
Yeah. Chris, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say I got Blake last night, so basically after getting Lynn, I got Joe and Blake. So Joe and Blake are not the same character type.
I really want to kill Blake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will nominate Blake. Sorry, Blake.
All right, Nina nominates Blake. State your case.
Everybody else's information.
Blake.
I mean, usually when that happens, at least one player is lying. I am good here. I think we have not. At most, we've killed 1 evil, but Town's gonna do what Town's gonna do.
Amen. Majority is 4.
I can vote to save the dead votes.
Yeah. We shouldn't put dead votes on it. But...
5 is enough. Blake is about to die. Any more nominations? I'll count from 10. 5. Blake has been executed and dies. Game continues. Good night. Right. See if Nina and Dave keep their promise. I'm assuming they will. Harpy can make a choice. Nina's picking Nina, or Dave's picking Nina. Nina's picking Dave, just as they said. Hello, CT. Welcome, welcome.
Robert, did Matt R know about Steve?
No.
Okay.
Waiting on a Harpy pick from
There's only 2 people I
Lewis.
said anything about. Hey Manny, you said neutral, good. Is that what you said you got?
Yep.
You got the good after I joined, right?
Jeremy mad that
Yeah.
Blake is evil. Makes sense.
I believe that's correct. Yes.
I wonder how that. I wonder who tipped the scales.
This character is selected you. Harpy player. Blake.
My running theory is, bureaucrat votes on the zealot night 1, maybe a good poisoning somewhere. I don't know. Good boffin ability.
It's all Evil Dead, but pretty much nobody is on to Madar.
Could be good thief.
I think
could
Chris is a
be
good killer.
A -1
Here.
on an evil player that day. Chris's balloonist information.
Yeah, I think the balloonist information's helping.
All right.
It also
no
seemed
more
like,
balloonist.
you know, we were
Oracle's going to get a 2.
You know, we were kind of tracking who Harpy was, so where the Harpy Madness was. So I don't know.
So, do we think the witch might be dead then? Because we haven't had a witch.
Could be Lynn. Could be Lynn.
Possible Lynn, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Classic Lynn.
What?
I mean,
Lynn wouldn't be evil.
Lynn wouldn't witch
in a
curse
game of
Jen on the
football.
first night. Would
Of course, perish the.
I'm the witch. I got the buff and ability of Washerwoman.
And you witch curse yourself. Yeah, I could actually see that being a thing.
Yep.
Good morning, town. Chris died of the night. Not including travelers, there are 4 players alive. I'll give you about 2 minutes.
I was Harpy Mad yesterday at Jeremy.
Yeah, we figured it out.
My yeses are on Joe and Jeremy though, so I think between the two of them, Red Herring Demon.
Washerwoman, are you in each night roll? He goes, and then said, well, the things I was going to tell people are, but no, I'm not. And then he fell back into farmer.
Okay.
So that was my day one conversation with him. So I figured you, as the washerwoman, I'd at least say that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, he could be evil. In that world, it would be... Yeah, no, it just doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense for Matthew to be sent to a minion
Jeremy
unless
Day one.
Matthew's the drunk. Like,
is reading evil to me, so I think that if you're, because it went Lynn and then it went you would actually have to be the demon there. Blake would be your minion. Blake was clearing you, so that makes sense that Blake is evil.
Yeah, but who's
we
yeah,
do still, we
I,
have 2 minions, so
yeah, I have Lynn. How many evil do you think are dead? 1 or 2?
I mean, if Blake is evil, the only possible like executions would be Lynn and Blake, I think, for evil. And if Blake is evil,
yeah,
you know, that's
do it.
Bye.
I don't know that much about you, to be honest.
I'm the farmer. I was bluffing empath. Me and Blake roll swapped right away, which means Blake knew I was the farmer. I do think Blake is likely evil. If not the demon with the Scarlet Woman, definitely a minion.
yeah, we're up 4, so we probably go to sleep anyways.
But we should probably exile the travelers first.
Correct.
Welcome back. Nominations are open.
Jeremy will vote to exile Dave B.
Jeremy calls for the exile of Dave B. State your case.
I probably think they should both be exiled at this point because I don't know who's got the votes, but I trust Nina more than Dave B right now, so that's where I'm at.
We gave the votes to each other.
Yeah, I gave Nina the negative and she gave me the positive.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Dave, anything else to say?
You can exile me if you want, whatever. I'm still here.
All right. As usual, this doesn't use dead votes. This doesn't use its zealot ability. Doesn't use fee for bureaucrat, etc., etc. This needs 8.
I got a good the night
I think we're
that
both good.
I got a good the day P came into the game. I don't think that happens if Day P is.
I've lost too
So
many
for
games
what it's
getting rid of.
for what it's
travelers.
worth,
8 is enough.
Mostly
Dave is exiled and dead.
Mostly because I wanted to get an isolated read on Joe. I
I'll
did check
nominate
Dave
Nina to
B
come
against
join me.
Joe last night, and I got a yes. So Dave B could be the demon.
Dave calls for the exile of Nina. State your case.
I'm lonely.
I don't want to die. I want to live.
All right.
Not dying,
Anything?
exiling.
Love out Adikia games.
Anything else, Nina?
No, we're fine. We can get rid of me.
All right. Majority's 8.
What if evil has numbers right now? We're getting rid of
That would be awful.
Yes.
I'm not voting for myself.
Hmm.
Oh, come on.
8 is enough, Nina. Is exiled and died.
I'm not so lonely anymore.
4 players alive. Any more nomination or any nomination? Jeremy.
Well, so my world is, I think Blake was definitely evil, and if Blake's evil, Blake was clearing Joe, so that could potentially make Joe evil as well. We should probably sleep. I'm just gonna, but Lewis's info I don't like. And then if there's a Boffin, Madar. So I think I'm the only confirmed good player here. We should go to sleep and then see how it goes in the morning. But my evil team right now consists of Blake and Lynn for sure. So I think we have 2 dead.
Terrible, Jeremy. Terrible.
They are specifically the people that I would be framing with my info, for what it's worth.
Or just telling the truth as
right.
bluffing Oracle. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But also Linus info and Shigenja info.
Will count from 10.
I mean,
I think
just pointing at Joe.
5.
I think if the Shigenja info is true, then it means that Joe or Blake
1.
is a minion. I don't get a control.
No executions. Good night.
I just don't think I get a neutral night 1 if the fortune teller pings Joe and the Shigenja is pinging Joe and the washerwoman is seeing the
Well,
agreed.
Well,
I don't trust the.
I didn't check Joe until much later in the game.
Okay. That's fair.
Remember, I'm the one who threw out fortune teller yeses on Joe, which was the day I was Harpy Mad.
Yeah.
Regardless, I still don't know that I get a neutral if the Shigenja's pointing at the demon.
I'm actually less inclined to think Joe is the demon and more inclined to think it's Lewis or Madar.
You really think you should be telling everybody what you're thinking right now?
I also may not be telling the truth because I want to see who gets
Okay.
To be clear, Nina, I was very sure that Joe was the demon during the day. Now I'm saying the other 2 at night.
Got
it.
All right.
I just know it's not me.
Harvey choice. Matthew mad that Jeremy's evil.
Got it. Demon killed Jeremy. Got it.
As the least confirmed person remaining. Jeremy.
Good pick. This character selected you, Harpy.
The High
Jeremy.
Priestess was told to see me on day 1.
Doesn't
Get our
confirm you.
demon kill. Assuming he doesn't throw, kind of kill Lewis, which maybe he will. Either Jeremy dies and Joe becomes a farmer, or Joe dies. Either way, we probably don't get a confirmation. Killing Joe, okay. He wouldn't get that spicy 3 from the travelers being killed.
Out of the other 3, unfortunately.
High Priestess saw you first, Jeremy, as the demon. Because
All right.
You affected the outsider count. Got it?
Good morning, town. Joe died in the night.
Hooray!
There are 3 players alive. I'll open up nominations in 1 minute.
I love a good star pass.
Sigh.
I think they're both evil. I was the farmer, so I don't
think Madar's evil.
Kill me.
Yeah.
Is
Madar's
Madar's evil?
Madar's
Madar's
starting
what?
to doubt.
specifically the demon with the boffin.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm starting to doubt whether Jeremy's actually good now.
No.
Like, I gotta go with my information, and it's Jeremy for me. Last night I checked Jeremy against myself, and I got a yes.
For the record, I was actually also Harpy mad yesterday that Blake was evil for some reason, which was odd because I think Blake is evil.
Okay.
So that means there's still a
dead
living
by
Harpy
now?
and a living demon. So we definitely have 2 evils alive.
Well, you're assuming unless Joe was the imp who killed himself, jumped into the Harpy.
I don't think Joe was ever the demon.
I'm not saying. I'm just I'm just saying that's an option.
Yeah, I reckon
really-
Joe was just my red herring.
I'm really thinking it's Matt R.
It's not me. I think I've just been set up. I mean, the balloonist saw me day one.
Yeah.
My info says that there were still 2 evils alive.
Well, nominations
Joe, you
are
were
open.
becoming Oracle.
Yeah.
Manny, you think it's Lewis?
I think it's Lewis. I just don't know why I get neutral if the fortune teller's paying the demon.
Well, I
So
think
it-
Lewis. I think Lewis is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just paranoid I got poison snipe night one.
So in that world, there's a poisoner, and Joe is evil, which means that there can only be one evil left, right?
Uh-huh.
Because Joe has to be lying about his numbers, so that can't really be feasible, Matthew.
And Matt R can't be a minion or a starting minion
Correct.
that got passed to because he had the Night Watchman ability.
Because there's a poisoner, witch, and Harpy. So yeah, that doesn't work for. So you would either have to be the drunk Matthew, and Joe's being poisoned.
Yeah. I don't think there's a poisoner in play.
Yeah, what is the poisoner world like? Is that
There is
that
no
matters
poisoner world.
before?
I really
Second call for nomination.
anything is
Unless the poisoner died, like if one of the evils that's dead was the poisoner, but I
Second call.
I'll vote on Lewis nominates Jeremy. Sorry, I
Uh,
didn't say that.
Manny, did you want to say something real quick since you had your hand up first?
No,
Yeah.
Okay, Lewis, you nominated Jeremy. All right, state your case.
Look, I was wanting to consider poisoner worlds before going forward with this, but I tend to agree that there's probably not a poisoner in play. I've just got to follow my information here. I'm sure there's a Joe Star Pass world, but if Matt's the Night Watchman, then Joe would have just Star Passed Jeremy anyway. But so I don't think that works with my information. So yeah, I just think Jeremy's the demon.
All right, Jeremy.
I'm not the demon. I'm the farmer. Most people had known that by then. I kind of thought that I still might die, and everybody just claims farmer. But yeah, it's not me.
All right, well, majority is 2.
I think Matthew's information makes like going to see Jeremy and confirming that Jeremy's the farmer and that
Agreed.
Jeremy's there and all that stuff. Like that's very useful information, especially with some of the other information.
Yep.
That's right.
2
I think so.
is enough.
Yeah. I think
just
we missed it, but
I just can't live in a world where there's a poisoner. So that means it's got to be a Boffin to me, and I don't see a real great other Boffin ability unless it's Mad R.
Yeah.
Lewis has been so much more vocal and playing so much more minion. I think that's going to be my nomination unless Town really, really is convinced it's Lewis.
I think it's Lewis.
I think it's Lewis.
I think it's Lewis.
I mean, I didn't vote on you, Jeremy, so I have to think it's Lewis at this point.
I think the balloonist info is pointing me towards Lewis. I think Joe might be the drunk.
Okay. Jeremy will nominate Lewis.
No.
Jeremy nominates Lewis.
No.
I was gonna.
State your case.
Well, I think they're both evil, so I think this is what I have to go with now.
Lewis.
Honestly, I think we put the demon on the block with only a couple of votes, and it looks like we're about to put the fortune teller on the block. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can really say much to fight against this many hands.
All right, 2 to tie, 3 to execute.
Sorry, Lewis. You know how I feel about fortune tellers.
Fair enough.
They don't exist like empaths?
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
11 is enough, and obviously cannot be beat. So Lewis has been executed and dies with 2 players alive. The game is over. And the winning team is Madar's team.
damn it.
The evil team.
I read the wrong person as the harpy. Damn it. I
Um,
thought it was you that did it to me.
you
Robert couldn't be lying.
did execute Lewis, who was your harpy, who did lots of harpy shenanigans this game. Your actual demon, Madar, the one and only imp, who did indeed have a Boffin ability, the Night Watchman ability, which he used night 1 on Robert, the Shugenja. And Robert said, well, maybe you have a Boffin ability, but you probably don't. It's fine.
And thought that the whole game. Could be, but probably not.
You did learn counterclockwise because Blake was your closest evil. And then your last evil is Lynn, your witch, who did immediately witch curse Jin, the washerwoman. He's able to confirm Manny. As I often do with the general, I gave neutral on night 1 because I didn't think really anything happened to really sway it. The next night, I was torn between neutral or evil because you'd killed, like, 2 players were dead the next day, but I thought it was close enough to kind of go either way. And then once you killed Lynn, I started giving evil. I was probably still going to, or not evil, I gave good rather. I was probably going to continue to give good for at least one more night, even though Dave B, your evil thief, had traveled in. I was definitely giving him evil to help give evil a little bit of a chance because they were kind of starting to get down. Nina was your good bureaucrat. If General had lasted one more night, I probably would have started saying evil's winning because not really a lot of people at that point were on to Madar. Joey's your oracle, got good information. He was robbed last night of getting a sober and healthy 3. Which I'm guessing is why Dave B put up that final hand for Nina, so Joe didn't get an obvious 3 on one traveler. Jeremy was your farmer, never got killed, of course. Matthew's high priestess, we showed the farmer night 1, just because we thought that'd be a pretty good pick. And who did I give night 2? I don't remember.
Chris.
Chris, just because Chris was adding an outsider as a balloonist, so we thought he was a good player to talk to. Chris did learn the demon night 1, and then I can't remember who was night 2, but it kind of went back and forth between. Yeah, Lynn, and then some townsfolk and Minion. After Blake, we probably would have shown Jeremy. Then after Jeremy, we probably would have shown Lewis, but alas. Naomi was your zealot. They had the bureaucrat ability night 1, or the 3 votes, and then that was that. And then Steve was your virgin, who never went off, got killed tonight. Your blessed for empath, fortune teller, and dreamer. Then that was your game of Walking Tall by Dave B.
Good game, Eva.
That's a fun game.
That one was fun.
I was just killing away from Robert's Shugenja, so I was like, I'm gonna kill the people on the other side so that we can go towards Joe.
Oh, Maddie.
I really thought you were going to
such a great assist from the storyteller with the balloonist. Oh man, so good.
Yeah.
I was like, do I kill Chris? I'm like, no, I think I need to kill Chris, keep Chris alive for a bit. But then he kept getting good info and was trusted. I'm like, I gotta get rid of him.
I thought about giving Naomi at one point just to kind of break up the pattern. But I was like, no, balloonist deserves to get good info. And I mean, I think showing Joe and Blake back to back, everybody thought one or the other was evil. So like,
yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, it does make it a little harder showing, or killing an outsider day 1, the only outsider. But I think it worked out. It was good info. Y'all almost got there. It was like really close. I love that Jeremy wants to kill Madar, and everybody's like, Lewis, and he's like, ugh. Then he nominates Lewis, and Joe's like, no.
Yeah, I should have. I was trying to wait for my moment to be like, okay, but my info says that Robert's not evil. That Robert's saying that's the Night Watchman, and we definitely know it's Madar. And he's like, I'm like, no.
Yeah, I almost star passed. I was talking to Lewis. I'm like, do I star pass to you? And we're like, I think we just have to kill Joe, because if I star pass, then Joe knows there's a star pass for sure, because he gets a 3 or 4, I guess.
4, yeah.
I was also almost expecting what Jeremy expected. I was almost expecting Jeremy to get killed. You killed Jeremy at night, and then you and Joe double claim Farmer.
I was tempted to do that, but I was just like, I need to keep Jeremy and Lewis around.
Yeah. It made sense, I thought, yeah. But,
it was a world where we could have killed Jeremy and then all 3 of us claim Farmer.
Well,
Yeah.
and to be 100% fair, like we don't know if it's an Imp or a Fangu world, and in the Fangu world, if the Fangu never passed because Naomi is gone, there's a possibility of a drunk being in play. That is feasible, and if there is a Fangu in a Fangu drunk or a Boffin that makes the drunk, that drunk ability actually makes the most sense. Yeah, there's just a lot of things. I could have gone either way. It was really hard to decide there.
Yeah, and I have to ask, apart from Evil, obviously, who knew that last day that I was harping back?
Oh, you were harping down last day.
Yeah, Lewis made me mad at Jeremy that day.
That's a great pull, Lewis.
I think their Harpy ability did a pretty good job. I mean, it was obvious maybe some of the time at least, but I think that's fine because it's still like putting out it's like still distraction,
Yeah. It's like the Serenovus.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think it had much. I don't think the pick in the end was much of a problem. I thought it was Lewis too, so you won anyway.
Yeah, this is a good script.
Yeah.
Somebody saw the person who made it.
Yeah.
Who was on the winning team, by the way.
After the movie Walking Tall, or is it just coincidence?
The name of the script is based off it's built around the Boffin, and it's based off the Boffin's original playtest name.
Ah, okay.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The script wasn't called the Boffin.
Was originally a 70s movie. That
Yes, yeah. That was
the original one's actually really good.
Right there.